So, like, you bear with me one moment. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. All right, we're good. All right, shalom, shalom. Before I begin this presentation, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Again, this is your Akim Azil, back with another quick lesson. Also want to give double honors and a salute to the men I learned this truth from, Shalom, Barakathon. Yeah, I decided to do this art. It's like I decided to do this lesson on this article that I just recently caught in my news feed. So like it, let's do this. And I'm gonna just go ahead and get right to it, man. And the article reads, "It's come where the source is from Detroit Metro Times." And this article reads, "White millionaire abruptly pulls plug Salakia on predominantly black talk radio station 910 AM." Again, black millionaire Salakia, white millionaire abruptly pulls plug on predominantly black talk radio station 910 AM. And this was a couple of days old. It actually came out yesterday, August the 14th, 2023 at 8:59 AM. So roughly yesterday, 24 hours ago. And I'm gonna just go into it, man. Right here it says the wealthy white owner of 910 AM superstation, a predominantly black talk radio station in Metro Detroit, shocked his unpaid host and dwindling audience by abruptly changing the format to sports. So you get how how it's worded though. Look, it said the wealthy white owner of 910 AM superstation, a predominantly black talk radio station. So it's a predominantly black talk radio station, but it's owned by a wealthy white, man. You know, see that right there don't even mix. Let's continue on. It says without notice, the station sent an email to the host at 8 p.m. on Friday, notifying them of a format change and warning them not to return to the station's property in Southfield. Let's continue on. It says the show will no longer air on WFDF 910 AM Superstation. Station manager Kevin Coles wrote in the email, "All access passes have been revoked and you are no longer allowed on the premises. The guard has been notified not to give you entry." Wow. See, this was an email sent out to from the owner, man, to these predominantly black radio station, to this predominantly black radio station. You know, let's continue on. It says the TARS email and sudden change infuriated some of the hosts and prompt others to accuse the owner, millionaire Kevin Adele, of exploiting black people by turning racial anxiety, Salakia, racial anxiety into entertainment and failing to pay the hosts for their shows. The station had an ever revolving door of hosts who often clashed with Adele over his brash, impulsive style. He feel Salakia. I feel like Kevin took away our voice. Miko Williams, a community activist who hosts a 1 hour show on Sundays, tells Metro Time, "This is sick. It dropped my heart. We have nowhere else to go to communicate our message." Williams claimed Adele offered to extend his show to 2 hours if he paid the station $1,000 a month. Adele purchased Salakia. Adele purchased the 50,000. It's not 50,000. Yeah, the 50,000-watt station from Radio Disney in January 2015 and launched a talk show format pitching it to a black audience. He blanketed the region with billboards promoting 910 AM, which he dubbed Detroit's only urban talk station. Listen how this sounds though. Adele purchased a 50,000-watt station from Radio Disney in January 2015 and launched the talk show format, pitching it to a black audience. So this is a white guy that bought this 50,000-watt radio station and pitching a format to a black audience, man. He blakened the region with billboards promoting 910 AM, which he dubbed Detroit's only urban talk station. So this is a so-called the wealthy white guy that bought this this radio station and pitched, you know, his idea to a all black audience, man. And what the listen what this says. The article says a white millionaire abruptly pulls plug on predominantly black talk radio station. So these so-called black people really think they got a voice, man. They really don't, man. These you're still in the land of your captivity. What these jokers around here doing, these black people, these entertainers, for the most part, these so-called predominantly black people that have voices, man, these people they have no power at all, man. They are being let, these white people are letting these Negroes around here say what they want to say, man, to an extent, to make these other black people feel like they really have a voice, man. If it weren't for this guy, ain't none of these so-called black people won't have a voice in this metro. This is only this is just an example of how Babylon the Great, aka America, actually works, man. You know what I'm saying? This is just an example of the entire picture. You know what I'm saying? This is not an isolated incident. This is actually how this works throughout Babylon the Great, aka America, man. You got these wealthy white owners that give these so-called these certain so-called black people a voice, and then you got the blacks within the community feel like, oh, we are doing something now. You know what I'm saying? We are giving a chance. We got some type of a voice now. We got some type of we're making progress now. But nah, these jokers are giving permission, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like your constitution, man. You think you have rights, man. You still consider what it 2/5 or how is it 3/5 of a man? You know, you're not given rights, man. You have privileges, man. And what's going on? These white people are giving these certain Negroes around here privileges, man, to portray a fraud to the people that feel like you can, you got a voice that you can say things because they bring up certain topics, so-called black conscious or black empowerment messages, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're being allowed, man, by your oppressor to say certain things. They still have these so-called white people still have the final say so on what um the ultimate outcome is, man. You know, cause look how it's worded though. Let me read that again, man. Right here, man. It says Adele purchased the 50,000-watt a station from Radio Disney in January 2015 and launched the talk show format, pitching it to a black audience, man. He's pitching this to y'all, man. He blanketed the region with billboards promoting 910 AM, which he dubbed Detroit's only urban talk station, man. So this is from this wealthy white owner named Adele. And let me continue on. It says in an interview, the Metro Times, Adele says the format was no longer profitable and only attracted about 2,100 listeners a month. And I don't even know how to pronounce this word right here. Salakio. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Let me define this right here.
Abysmally.
Abysmally. I never heard of this word. It says an extremely bad way, appalling, abysm.
Abysmally.
I can't even pronounce that. Slovakia. Abysmally. I never heard of this word. Small audience for a radio station. It says when you look at it, no one supported it. Adele says I couldn't get the community to support it. Adele also defended the, the curt email and abrupt change. Abysmally. That's a new one. It's like it. But I didn't have an obligation to anyone because no one was getting paid, Adele said. For, former supporters of the show says Adele ran the station into the ground with a series of missteps and heavy-handed tactics. He approached, like his approach was to gain listeners by promoting controversy, a strategy that civil rights leaders decried as self-serving and exploitative. Exploitative. Salakia. The station featured a revolving door of controversy or controversial hosts, including former Detroit Councilwoman Monica Conyer, who was sentenced to 37 months in prison for bribery. Christy um, Beatty, or BT, former mayor Kwame Kilpatrick's or Kilpatrick, excuse me, one-time mistress, former Wayne County Circuit Judge Wade McCree, who was removed from the bench following allegations of misconduct, including having sex in his chambers, Todd Cursor, a former state representative who left office after a sex scandal with a colleague, a journalist, Jack Leesenberry, who was accused of sexual harassing students at Wayne State University. So it sounds like this guy was bringing on his talk shows, which is the owner, controversy based on these statements. Adele encouraged hosts to be combative and even attack each other. The more entertaining, he said, the better the rating. So this guy, he wasn't really trying to give you so-called black people a voice, man. He was just there for entertainment purposes, man. So he bring these people, you know, on his talk show that have these, certain issues that's going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? For controversy and for entertainment purposes, man. You know what I mean? To bring in the audience, man. You know what I mean? That's all this guy looks at you Negroes as anyway, entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't take you jokers serious, man. You know, you can look at this article and tell you, man, it pretty much explains to you, man. Let me see, man. I don't know if I need to go in anymore until I'm gonna get some precepts, man, because like I said, that's all well, this all it's going into, man. You know, what Esau Eden Supplicane white man really thinks of you people, man. He don't really take you seriously, man. I'm gonna get a precept. Um, Lock it. Bear with me one moment. Make it pull up on here. Let me go here. Yeah, come pull up in the blue letter. Lock it. And this the point, man. This is the Baruch, the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. And it says, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and for a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power, man. So that's what we're here, man. In this day, man, we are still in the day. We are still yet this day and not in our captivity, man, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach. So that's what let's look I can't end that up, but for a reproach and for a curse, man. You know what I mean? Pretty much what that guy did, man. He's taking your so-called like in this article, man, they're taking your so-called downfall, man, your calamity, and making it entertaining, man. That's all that guy was doing, man. You think you had a voice of reason, but really it was just meant for entertainment in the fat in his pockets, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's taking, controversies, what's going on, you know, in the so-called black community, or probably even just in the community itself. You know what I'm saying? And bringing these type of characters on this so-called predominantly black talk show, you know, for entertainment purposes, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't really to give you people a voice, man. What it says, what he said, the more entertaining. Let's go back to it. Right here it says Adele encouraged hosts to Adele encouraged hosts to be combative and even attack each other. The more entertaining, he said, the better the ratings, man. So that's all he was in it for, man, the ratings. He didn't really care about you so-called blacks, particularly this subject. But all of Israel, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but particularly in this subject, these so-called Negroes, man. He don't care about your the real issues that's going on in your community, man. He just he wants ratings, man. And what he did, he pitched this idea to you because he know that he can use you Negroes to fatten his pockets, man. You know what I'm saying? Controversy. Y'all niggas like to bicker and argue about nonsense, and he gonna sit back and let y'all clowns do that while he he's profiting from it, man. You know, and this article puts it right there, man. And let me continue reading. It says when a Deadline Detroit reporter was working on a story about the station's controversial brand, Adele ordered the host to call the reporter on the air and even announce her cell phone number. This all this all came at the expense of the black community, says Reverend W.J. Rideout III, a former host who was fired from his 910 a.m. show after blowing the whistle on 3 Detroit journalists accused of sexual misconduct. Rideout says he's not surprised Adele didn't bother to communicate with the host or the black community about the station's format change. So he changed it from, a black, a voice for the so-called black community to sports, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's profitable, man. These jokers don't really care about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It's all look at right here. 910 AM Superstation. Look, Reverend Jesse Jackass and this joker right here, all these predominant so-called black faces, man. So you saying out of all these jokers right here, you got 6 of them. They couldn't come up with funds, you know, to buy a radio station, man, so they can have a voice, man. They still relied on the self-proclaimed white man. So these Negroes can have a voice for the so-called black community. Look at these people, man. Look at these niggas. And if you look at them, they're flaunt and act like how wealthy they are, how well off they are, but yet they wouldn't even come together to make it so that the so-called black community will have a voice, but these are the leaders, what you so-called the leaders of the so-called black community, man. Look at these niggas, man. But they still relying on the white man, so these niggas can't have a voice, man. These jokers a joke, man. All these niggas, man. They a joke, man. These entertainers, all these clowns, they a joke, man. They act like they pro-black. These niggas just being used, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just controversy. The fact, the pockets of the self-proclaimed white man. He's using these niggas as a game, man. I'm gonna get another precept. Salakia. This is the book of Ephesians. Two and two, it says, where in times past ye walk according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Meaning that this guy, the prince of the power of the air, meaning that he was able to what? Take your voice away, man, because they own the radio air. They own everything, man. Even if they did these so-called Negroes right here, man. Even if they did came together and bought a radio station so they can have a voice for the so-called black community, man. These white people will still restrict them, man. So it don't matter because you still this day, as is mentioned in Baruch right here, 3 and 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, man. You still in your captivity because the oppressor, man. You got to go to these, and I'm gonna get that precept. You got to go to these you gotta go to these clowns, man, for all your wants, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything you need, you got to go to your oppressor. These, we are and that's the curses that the Most High put upon our people, man, for our disobedience. We repeat that again. This is the book of Ephesians 2:2. It said, "Wherein in past times ye walk according to the course of this world, according to the prince or the power of the air, the spirit that now walketh in the children of disobedience," man. So that's what these people are doing, man. These Negroes are walking after the spirit. He says the spirit that now walketh. So like the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So like the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. You know what I'm saying? Because we're under the curses, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to go to this devil for all wants of all things, man. You know. But this joker is the prince of the power of the air. He was able to what? Take your voice away. Your so-called voice of reason, but really what he was doing, he was using your the black community as a profitable profit stunt. You know what I'm saying? That if that's a correct term of using it, man. But he was just using to gain money, man. He didn't really care about you jokers so-called struggle, man, or issues, man, the black community issues, man. And he pitched that to you, man. It was a pitch. So he had a plan the whole time, man. He pitched his idea to the black community, man. Who was like, oh, let me make a black radio host and pitch it to the black community and call it the only urban, radio, only urban radio show in Detroit or whatever, however he want to word it. You know what I'm saying? But it was all a ploy for him to fatten his pockets, man. The more entertaining, the better, the more profitable, man. You know, for you to he wanted to bring controversy on his show so he can get more money, man. You know, cause he know you niggas around here like to sit around and feed into nonsense, man. Meaning, um, um, worthless bickering, man, about nothing, man. And he knows y'all Negroes like that stuff, man. Y'all feed into it, man. Worthless bickering, man. That at the end of the day, there's no real results to the issue. You just arguing, bickering at each other, man, with no real results at the end, man. It's just entertaining, man. That's all he looks at you niggas from. Let me get it's like you. Let's go to Deuteronomy right here. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43, it says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. That's where we at. The sepulchre white men, which are the Edomites, the biblical Edomites, they above. And Israel, which makes up predominantly here in North America, are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And we're at the bottom, man. You know, it says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail, man. So that's why we go out to these banks, whatever it may be, man. Going to the mortgages, if you're able to obtain that, he lends to you, man. You don't lend to him, man. You don't got these white people going to fucking black owned banks and getting money from them, man. And it like I say all the time, man, who face on the money, man? That right there lets you know who controls society, man. The sepulchre white man. You know, who face on the money, man. Let me read that again. Deuteronomy 28 and 44 says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hast hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, man. So these curses going to be upon us for a sign and for a wonder, and upon our seed forever, man, till when? Till Yahweh Shah comes and deliver us, man. You know what I'm saying? Continuing on, it says, because thou hast not, it's like, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, man. So that's what's going on. Anything that we have to do, man, we have to go to this devil and get it done, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the curses that the Lord put upon his people, man. You know what I'm saying? For what? And they shall be upon thee for a, Deuteronomy 28 and 46, Salakia. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, man. So these curses are put upon us for a sign and for a wonder, letting us know who we are, man. You know, the Lord cursed us, man, because we are the children of disobedience, man. You know, we disobeyed, or put it like that, we disobeyed the Heavenly Father, man. So we're being punished, and one of the punishes that the Lord sent these devils upon us, man. You know, and what Deuteronomy 28 and 48 says, not for a blessing, but for a curse, man. These devils were put against us, not for a blessing, but for a curse, man. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And that's what this devil had done, man. You know what I'm saying? Our people have been destroyed, man. You know, that's why you see a nation now of thoughts, or these damn homo niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know, want to be thug, but they homo ass niggas, down low niggas, and all this other goddamn wickedness, man. These bras around here acting masculine. These damn niggas around here acting feminine. We been destroyed, man. They think that shit for cool, man. You see that shit every day, man. It's become normal now. to see a bunch of goddamn freak shows walking around society, man. You know what I mean? Back in, I'm gonna say, 20 years ago, it wasn't like that, man. You know, 20, 25 years ago, it wasn't like that, man. You know, but now it's become the norm, man, and highly accepted in this devil society, man. Because I'm amongst who the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, even though that's his lifestyle, but he put you as the figurehead and the poster child for it, man. He put you as the poster child for his wickedness. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all these commercials and all these TV shows, they always have some homo or nigga in it or some dyke black bitch in it. You know what I'm saying? It always be portrayed as you as these goddamn weirdos now, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he's the prince of the power of the air, man. This Joker controls everything, man. Your broadcasting station, everything, man. Radio stations, you know. But I didn't intend this lesson to be long, but I just, I saw this article and I said, man, I'm gonna just go in and pretty much, speak on this topic right here, man. And like I said, this right here, like the it's this paragraph right here is suspicious in its own, man. You know they got an agenda right here. It says Adele purchased the 50,000-watt station from Radio Disney in January 2015 and launched the talk show format, pitching it to a black audience. He blanketed the region, meaning that he put billboards everywhere, all over the region, man. Well, he blanketed the region with billboards promoting 910 AM, which he dubbed, meaning who Adele, the wealthy white business owner, right? Which he dubbed Detroit's only urban talk station. So he's giving these Negroes right here, man, a voice, man. Negroes right here, man. He's giving them, meaning he's giving them permission to talk, man. These niggas ain't really got no voice, man. These niggas ain't nobody, man. All they're doing, they're giving allowed, they're being allowed, Salakia, to have a voice to an extent, man. And they're given permission to have a voice by who? The Sepulchre white man. These niggas ain't shit. They ain't got no power. They ain't got nothing, man. But they'll come to y'all niggas and act like they really somebody, man, in front of these goddamn TV screens, these goddamn fucking news stations and shit. Because these white people are allowing these clown ass niggas, man, to have a voice. They give a permission, man. These niggas ain't really got no voice, man. These niggas ain't nobody, man. To you may seem to the black community, you may think these niggas somebody. These niggas ain't nobody, man. They are for self-gain, and they have ulterior motives themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end it off there. I hope the body was edifying, But I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wakakadash. Again, this is your Akim Madrilla. Lord willing, I'll be back with another lesson. Also want to give double honors and a salute to the men I learned this truth from. Till next time, Shalom, Barakatham, and the Barber Ball. Shalom.